Tuning into castingwatcher.com. Today, as you know, is Thursday, the 1st of August, and the first 5 days of each month here at castingwatcher.com, we do have a look at the more long-range forecast, starting today with August. Tomorrow we're looking at September, and then moving through to October and indeed November. Now, through this time, we're going to have a look at winter too. Today we're having a look at the US winter forecast, catching up on that. Tomorrow it's the UK, and then we look further ahead too. So today, of course, is the forecast for August. We're going to do the final and official forecast for Great Britain and Ireland for August 2013. I want to run through a few things to back up the predictions for August. Now, yesterday we had the preliminary August outlook. You can view that as well if you want another view on how things are shaping up for August. And, well, this is the CFS chart for August from Manchester. This is just temperatures. This is temperature running through from now the 31st of July or through towards middle part of September. We're not focusing on September. We're only focusing on August. Temperatures go up through to this week, quite warm in places through towards this week, but then they take a dive off look through towards the early part of August before picking up through towards sort of middle part of end part of August. So do think you have to look at this sort of pattern of things sort of picking up in terms of temperature through towards the sort of middle to late part of August, with a cool off in temperature through towards the early stages of August. Getting some back up on that now from the analog charts from 1974. Very similar patterns going on there. So we are getting some backup of this sort of trend of sort of cooler conditions for early August, with temperatures just below average, and then picking up through towards average, perhaps even a bit above average, with finer weather coming in through towards mid-August. Just going to show you some stuff to back up that sort of thought. Now, before we look at some long-range predictions for the early, mid and late part of August from the South Korean model and the CFS model, or other models too, just want to show you the North Atlantic Oscillation. Now, the North Atlantic Oscillation, the NO, for you, those of you that are unaware, is an index of pressure in the Atlantic. Now, you've got a positive NEO. That means that you've got a westerly flow through the British Isles. When you've got a negative NEO, it means that you've got an easterly flow. Now, in summer, you look at a negative NEO for warmer conditions with high pressure building in, but with a positive NEO, that means you're going to get cooler conditions with a westerly flow. Now, for the early part of August, we're going into positive, cooler conditions, and then the GFS, or the the ENSM, wants to take things back through towards negative. Got a bit tongue twisted there. Wants to take things back towards negative for the late part of August. So I think we have got this backup now of things turning warmer through the sort of late part of August. Very, very uncertain on the dates. I'm just going to say it's turning warmer for the late part of August. Not going to give you any particular dates to work on just of yet, but as we move through the next sort of few days, maybe we'll start to have some dates coming in. I'm thinking between the sort of 15th and sort of 16th, but it could be a bit later and earlier, either way. Now, looking further ahead, this is a forecast from the South Korean model outlook for late August 2013. And you notice that by this stage, the high has sort of moved out of the way. This ridge here that we're looking to build for mid-August has pushed out of the way now, got a more westerly flow through the country. There is a lot of uncertainty for late August. August is becoming particularly quite a difficult month to sort of pin down now. I think we will see this cooler period for the early stages of August with Atlantic. Details very uncertain, of course, especially for next week. And then moving through towards mid-August, we may just see a warm-up of conditions, especially from around the 15th, 16th, but it's very uncertain, the dates and all that. And then looking through towards late August, very, very uncertain. We may keep the warm conditions, but we may also break things down. We may break things down quite significantly through towards the late part of the month, so it's definitely something to stay tuned for. And finally, looking at the CFS version 2 forecast for 700 millibar anomalies. If you're unaware, 700 millibar is a known atmosphere. We look for areas of high pressure and low pressure, very similar to the 500 millibar charts I use. It's between the surface and 500 millibar. It sits between there, and it gives us a good indication as to where things are going in terms of high pressure and low pressure. Now, this is the forecast for August from the CFS version 2. The CFS version 1 was discontinued, that's why we got the CFS version 1 was discontinued, that's why I got the CFS version 2 in now. And the CFS version 2 places low pressure across the country, a block to the north, block to the east, low pressure across the British Isles. So the CFS version 2 is going for this cooler August pattern. And if you remember at the start of this video, we looked at the August temperature trace, and that was very low. And of course, that's backing it up really. Cool August indicated from the CFS version 2. Definitely, I think August will definitely be a cooler month in comparison to July. So to summarise then the August forecast, we've gone through all the detail now. We had a quick run through, and now we're going to do a summary of how I think things may shape up for August. Of course, there'll be a written version below this video, and also thanks very much for checking out the new monthly and also seasonal hubs here at castingwatcher.com. The new seasonal and monthly hubs are now out. So if you go above, you'll find a tab for the monthly and seasonal. click on that and you can go through to all your different seasonal updates. We've been having a lot of blogs, but they've been sort of all over the place. Just wanted to have somewhere where you can just go to each blog that you want to view, say it August, be it September, be it October, or be it winter, or be it autumn too. And talking about autumn, we're going to have the autumn update tomorrow now. Enough of me blabbing on. This is what I'm saying for August now. I think we'll start off with cooler conditions across the UK, and that'll last through towards early July too. So for the 10th, 11th of July, August. What I'm saying is August into it. We'll see cooler conditions persist through the early part of August, through towards mid-August, especially from around 10th to 15th. We may see a warm up of conditions, so warmer conditions across the UK, and they may persist through late August. Although we may see a breakdown for late August, it's very, very uncertain. So just to summarise it all, then cool through the early part of August, going warm for mid-August, and late August we could go either way. We could go warm, or we could go cold. It's a very, very uncertain sort of pattern. I think August is definitely going to be a cooler month compared to July. I don't think we'll see the heat we saw in July, but I wouldn't rule it out across some southern eastern parts of the country through mid-August. I wouldn't definitely rule it out. And for late August, I think we may turn cooler, we may turn warm at the same time. I think August is generally going to be quite a near to above average across the more eastern zones of the country. However, across Scotland and the western parts of the country, I think we'll see cooler conditions for August on the whole. So thanks very much for tuning in to CastandDailyWatcher.com's August Outlook. Very, very guidance stuff. It's never very, very certain, very, very rough stuff. There'll be a written version below if you want to get a written version of this forecast. And don't forget to come back tonight. We're having the US look at winter 2013-2014. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.